Hey, comic book fans! Welcome back to another episode of Comic Book Geezers. I'm Wild Bill, the Unknown Comic, your host, and sitting right next to me here is Pete Pardo.
What's happening, everybody? Part 2 of our pickups from the Clifton Comic-Con.
Recent acquisitions.
Yeah. We love showing you guys the new stuff we get, even though we haven't even, in most cases, read these yet. But I know you guys like to see what we pick up, because it's what it's all about. When you're a comic collector, it's all about the stuff you buy.
I see you got something I already have for a long time. Wow,
yeah.
Okay.
So I got a couple Iron Man. So for me, I'm mostly into Iron Man from 1 to 150. That's kind of my wheelhouse. So I'm busy trying to fill in gaps and whatnot. So I got 3 in a row here that I needed, which is one is number 105.
Yeah, so this is good. The Iron Man with
the Guardsman, the Wraith, and the Jack of Hearts.
the Midas is in
the
there.
Midas story. Yeah, this is the Midas storyline. Yes, absolutely, which we'll see in a second. So I picked up
Comes in like
105.
This is a Kirby cover, I believe.
106.
I'm not sure. The next one is, I think.
Yeah, this is definitely not. It's these are all Pollard and Cochran covers, actually. Keith Pollard at times does look like Kirby.
No, there's this other one I'm thinking of. I think it's 108.
Could be.
With this big monster head. It's got the Kirby jaw.
Could
be.
He did some.
It's got like a purple face, this monster.
There you go.
He did a couple in the 90s too. That one with the pirate in the water.
Yes, that was definitely him. Yes, that was him. That's a great cover, by the way. Didn't you do an inside the cover on this one recently? Oh no, we did the Midas. That's right, we did the Midas.
King Midas as a villain spotlight.
Yeah,
so yeah, this book was in that episode.
Yeah, so I picked this one. So I got this nice little 3-issue run here, which is pretty cool. So at one point, here's my deal. When I go to these comic conventions, I generally speaking like to get at least one fairly expensive book that's a key, and it's something I really, really want. Because obviously you can't buy a lot of those because they're just spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I had a budget, so I went the entire show up until the last 15 minutes before I finally decided what that book was going to be. So I walked over. You were busy doing something else, and I walked over to Kirk. I'm like, I think I found that book. And he goes, what are you talking about? I said, you know how I always like to buy at least one expensive one? He goes, yeah, what'd you get?
What'd you get?
I got Avengers number 15.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. So this is, of course, how cool is this? Because here you got, this is an early one with Baron Zemo, and you got the Executioner and the Enchantress and the Black Knight when he was still a bad guy. And this, is pretty much the early...
So it's the second year of the Avengers.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So
issue 15.
This is Jack Kirby cover and arts and whatnot. Stanley did all the writing for this. So this is in really good shape. I haven't read it yet, and it was reasonably priced. So I was like, because I saw a lot of stuff.
Was that the same vendor that Kirk turned me on to with the Iron Man book?
I don't.
He was right there on the corner.
I don't. Yes, he was. He was like right in the middle on the corner.
Yeah. Same guy, huh?
Yeah. And
was that a wall book of his?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a wall book. I looked at. He had 2 Avengers that I was interested in. This one, and I think it was an earlier one that was more money and it was in rougher shape.
I saw him deal with a customer who he must have known, and the guy, he showed him, he's like, he pulled out a Spider-Man with Doc Ock on the cover.
An early one?
Yeah, like in the 50s, low 50s or mid 50s, late 50s. It was a Doc Ock.
Oh, there was that 3-issue run where with Doc Ock.
And it had a detached cover. So he told the guy, it was a guy was like in his mid 30s, late 30s, the customer. So the vendor told the customer, and he pulled out the bag to confirm it, that the cover wasn't attached, but the book still looked great and everything. He put it back in the bag, in a nice Mylar bag. He's like, you know what? It's horrible that the cover's off. So for you, $8. I was like, whoa! I'd have bought that book for $8.
Yeah,
because it's like at least $80 if the cover's attached.
Yeah.
Gave it to him for $8.
That's pretty good.
I felt like saying, you got any more Spider-Mans for $8 like that, dude? But
I was like, nope.
I was just standing there watching. I was like, that I think was the deal of the day. That dude, whoever that customer was, he scored enough.
Those happen. Yeah, you can find those.
Hopefully that guy's back there again when we go back.
Let's see. But yeah, this was my big pickup of the day, so that's that. So then I got, moving over to DC, I got Mr. Miracle number 11.
Jack Kirby.
I'm only really interested in the Kirby run, so I'm slowly but surely filling up the gaps in here. It's a very cool story, the whole Mr. Miracle. I like it quite a bit. And then I also got
Mr. Miracle shish kebab.
I know, basically, right? Yeah, it's just it's very different. I love the character.
He's on the rotisserie.
Yeah. And it's weird how Mr. Miracle is also related to like Darkseid and all that. That whole universe that Kirby created is very, very cool. But he's this like escape artist, and I love his costume. So this is issue number 14. So I got those two. So then I know I bust on Frank Robbins all the time because I think Frank Robbins is, for superhero stuff, he's terrible. However, I really like the Invaders stories, even though I hate his artwork. And I love the covers because most of the time Jack Kirby did the covers. So I have a bunch of Invaders books. I've had them forever. And then I came upon a guy who was selling like a shit ton of Invaders books for really cheap. And I'm looking at the covers. And some of these I had in the old days and I got rid of. And I'm like, and these are great Kirby covers. I said, you know what? Kirk was next to me. He goes, there's only 41 issues. He goes, I got the whole run. You should just do it. And I'm like, so I bought all the ones Kirk is a terrible influence.
Pressure.
So I bought all the ones that he had that I didn't have already, and I didn't spend much money on them at all. And then I went back and I have sitting in my cart, I have all the other, I think there's 10 more issues I need to get the whole 41 issue run, and I'm going to order that this week. So I'm going to show these briefly because I do want to do a whole Invaders run episode at some point, so I don't want to get too in depth with these, but I will show you the ones I picked up. Let's pick number 6. And again, these covers are glorious. The team is great. I mean, these are all characters we know and love. The stories are great. On the inside, the Frank Robbins artwork is pretty weak, if you ask me. So that's issue number 6. I mean, look at this cover. Issue number 11. That's the Blue Bullet. It's again Kirby. Here's more Kirby. Issue number 14.
I can't wait till you get all 41, then I can go look right through them all. I have the first issue. I think I have the Frankenstein issue, which is, I don't know, like 31.
Yeah.
And I have 37.
Yeah, you have this one, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
I need issue 1 through 4, and then a bunch of 6 others sprinkled throughout. Now, so here's number 16. Got another great Kirby cover. This is a Joe Sinnott cover, all by himself. This is issue number 30.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Yeah, Captain America, the original Human Torch.
This one, Namor. I love this cover.
Yeah, issue number 31. This is great. This, I believe, I don't know who drew this one, because this might also be a Joe Sinnott cover. I'm not quite sure. Okay. Here's a Kirby cover. This is amazing. This is Kirby and Sinnott once again, issue number 32. Here's Adolf Hitler. He's got control of Thor. So interestingly enough, because I read up a little on this, even though Thor did appear in the Invaders, and this all takes place in the 40s during World War II, somehow they were able to rid his mind of all the events of this. That's why in the Avengers years later in the 60s, he has no recollection of ever meeting up with Captain America and the Submariner. So there's some weird story behind that.
Comic book world.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Issue number 34. Now this is a Frank Robbins cover, and this is I love the Union Jack character. He's awesome.
It's actually not bad.
It's not terrible, but you can tell it's Frank Robbins. I mean, look,
because of the Submariner's face.
Yeah, I mean, it's here we have, this is a Joe Sinnott and Kupperberg cover. This is the Wizard.
The Wizard,
right? Who's the father of Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. That's issue number 35. And then he's back once again here. I don't know who did this cover. This is issue number 36. And issue number 37.
This guy appears against Iron Man. The Iron Cross on his chest.
Oh, does he? Yeah?
I think so.
You could be right. He does look familiar, yeah. Here we have issue number 39. That's pretty cool looking. And then issue number 40. Here's Baron Blood, who I think is one of the best characters, the villains in the Invaders, the vampire character, the Nazi vampire. And then the final issue is issue number 41, where the Invaders fighting all their arch nemesis.
That's a great cover.
Super Axis, yeah.
The Human
really
Torch
cool.
part.
Yeah.
Really brings it to
really
life.
Cool. So there's that, and then there's a couple others. So I got a couple black and whites, because of course I'm always looking for stuff. So I got Dracula Lives, number 12.
Cool.
Awesome, yep. Black and white Marvel stuff. And then, of course, I had to get some Warren magazines. So I got issue number 6 of Eerie. This is from the 60s. Look at that cool cover. I also picked up issue number 41 of Creepy. Look at that. These are so good. I love these. I'm so addicted to these. I knew once I got started, I would just, it'd be over. And then issue number 19 of Eerie. Look at that.
Oh, that's one.
Yeah.
How much you pay for that?
$10.
Oh, really?
Yeah, $10. Yeah, most of these you can get for.
That's unfortunate.
Why?
Because I saw it a couple of years ago at Zap for $5.
Well, that's possible.
But that's a clean coffee.
Yeah, it's really good. So
very nice.
So yeah, so I did pretty good, and that was my haul.
So I loaded up on Batman, and you loaded up on Invaders.
Invaders, yeah, for the most part.
And I loaded up on horror comics.
And so, what was your? So in your last haul, so I guess in the episode we did with you, your big haul was the Defenders #4, right?
Yes.
So yes,
that was the big key.
This is my key one for here, So
very nice.
So yeah,
we both made out like bandits.
We both did pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I
there were some Treasury editions there, but they were expensive.
Yeah, I noticed that Treasury editions were a lot of money.
There's this one with Batman on the cover and Robin's lying on the ground dead, and Batman's is on his knees. That one I've always seen advertised in comics, but never actually saw it in person. And it was a guy that had two of them. I don't know if it was you that told me about the guy with the Treasury editions, but
I saw him first. Yeah.
$25 and $35. Yeah. They were too much.
Yeah,
there were no $10 Treasury editions.
I would think if you can get the good Treasury editions for like $15 or less, that's usually
you want $10 is fair.
Yeah, if you can get it.
You know,
if you can get it. But yeah, 20.
The most I paid was $25.
The Doctor Strange one, right?
Yeah, well, she cut me a break. She wanted more, but she gave it to me for $25, and I bought the Hulk versus Batman for $25. Also, I got that one from Zap. So there you go, guys.
Cool.
Please click the like button if you like this video. If you like the content of our channel, we could use your support with a like. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for subscribing to Comic Book Users. And thanks for being here. Come on back if you want to see more comics.
Yes, we got more stuff coming up over the next couple of weeks. And then we're already talking about going back to the next Clifton Con. So we'll be doing this again in just a few short weeks because... Shit, October is just almost over.
Yeah, halfway there.
Yeah, so till then, for Wild Bill, I'm Pete. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See you later, gang.
See you soon.
Thanks for being here.
Bye-bye.
Bye.